Greetings, my dear friends, and happy new moon. Welcome to this week's energy update and activation. Let's go ahead and dive into what's going on this week. Today, we're looking at the energies happening from the new moon on September 6th through September 12th. Let's go ahead and start with the energies happening around this new moon. So the new moon happens today, September 6th, in the sign of Virgo. New moons, as we know, are always opportunities for birthing new energies, harnessing new energies, and bringing ourselves into a new cycle of energy. And the new moon in Virgo inspires activities that are centered around purification, organization, cleansing, clearing. This September new moon is especially compelling us on deep subconscious levels to prepare for the coming change of season that we've got going on later this month, which I'll talk a little bit more about in a few weeks. But the other thing that I want to mention as far as astrological aspects and transits that are happening this week is that we do have this new moon trining Uranus. Uranus brings a burst of energy. It can bring sudden, unexpected change. It energizes, it activates. So while we're having this new moon in Virgo trining Uranus, it's also compelling us to really be open to significant change in our life. And in fact, with the Uranus energy being connected to sudden bursts of breakthroughs and energies, it may very well be that we all collectively in our own individual ways over the course of the next few weeks find ourselves in situations where we do have opportunity to embrace sudden or unexpected opportunities for delightful changes that are aligned with all that we've been striving for ourselves over the past year. Along with the new moon being in an earth sign this month, we also have many planets that are also in earth signs, which highlights things having to do with our physical environments, physical activities, physical health, well-being, and manifestations. However, the planet Mercury is entering into its shadow period, beginning to go retrograde on September 27th, which we'll talk a little bit more about later this month. Aligning this energy with the new moon in Virgo, trining Uranus, tells us that the best way to harness this energy is going to be more around putting positive energy into projects that have already been in the works on some level. It's not so much a time this month to burst into launching brand new ideas, brand new projects, but it is a time where we can make a lot of headway in the planning stages of projects that you've already had in mind regarding structuring details and things of that nature. I talked a little bit about that in last week's episode because these energies have been beginning to trickle in. More than likely, you are going to be compelled in some way to organize your environments, whether it's your home environment, your work environment, or both, creating a little bit more of an efficient space for whatever your manifestation goals are. As we're coming into the fall equinox in a few weeks from now, this time now, the purging, the cleansing, the clearing is also a lot about really just holding space, creating space for that which you have been working towards actualizing, expressing, and manifesting throughout the year. Now is the time where we're holding the space for those things to come into full expression, full manifestation. So for all of us collectively, the wisest, smartest, best use of our energy this week is in optimizing and harmonizing our energetic spaces, both inwardly and externally, physically, in ways that create an aligned container for that which we've been striving to bring full circle to pop into manifestation. This week we also have a Pluto-Mars trine. Pluto is in Capricorn and Mars is in Virgo. So these planets are both in earth signs, which really brings in a fervor, a passion, honestly, for getting things done. Capricorn is all about taking care of responsibilities, order, organization, and Mars fuels our journey for that. So you can see how all the way around the energies this week are really strongly supporting us all actually and making a lot of headway. This is a really good time to get caught up with things that perhaps have been procrastinated upon. Again, just clearing your space mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. Let's go ahead and take a look at some additional sacred wisdom teachings that want to channel through the cards. So this week, I'm going to be working with my Universal Rider-Waite deck. We're going to take a look at what energies are being birthed or activated, what's the best way to harness the energies, what's the best way to channel the energies, and then whatever overall message from Spirit wants to come through. So I'm going to work with 4 cards today, and I am picking them right now. So here's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So the first card that we're looking at today is representing the new energy that's shining in, the energy that's being birthed with this new moon in Virgo. And it's the Ace of Pentacles coming up. So this is earth energy. We talked already about the fact that we do have a significant earth signature energetically happening with this new moon due to there being many planets in earth signs. So the energy that is birthing is one that enables us to rise into vibrance regarding the physical earth plane of energies. This is optimizing our physical environments. This is compelling us towards physical activities that are cleansing and purifying. It also is inspiring us to create space for more affluence, abundance, prosperity in our life. And it's also compelling us to nurture our self-care in ways that optimize our physical health and well-being. The next card that's showing up, which is talking about the best way to harness this energy that's showing up this week, is the Empress card. So the Empress card is like the archetype of Mother Nature. It's flourishing, fruitful, prosperous, abundantful energy. It is the energy of self-care, self-love. It's connected to the planet Venus, and we do have a Jupiter-Venus trine happening this week, which has the effect of bringing an internally expanded sense of desire around our self-care, our self-nurturing. One of the sacred wisdom teachings that are connected with the Empress card that I really love is around enjoying pleasures of the senses. So pleasures of the senses, that idea is very much par for the course in regard to the energies that are shining in and influencing us astrologically this week, especially with the Pluto-Mars trine going on, because Mars is a lot about our passions, our drives, our desires. And the Pluto in Capricorn sort of grounds it in a little bit. So self-care, self-nurturing, enjoying pleasures of the senses. Ask yourself what that means to you. Experiencing pleasure in everything that you're touching, smelling, tasting, hearing, seeing, doing. Let this be a week of creating space for pleasure in your life. That's the best way for us to harness the energies. And then in regard to the best way to channel the energies that we're harnessing, we have the Two of Pentacles. So again, the Pentacles are earth energy. The Two of Pentacles can be a lot about finding balance. Balance between what you're doing in the physical world of form and the space you're cultivating within yourself. Again, there seems to be a strong theme happening this week with the messages around cultivating a cohesion between your inner state of being and the external environment that you live in as we're coming into the fall equinox. And then the last card we're looking at today is revealing additional message or channeling from spirit. So the Wheel of Fortune is saying that change is in the air. When you look at the card, you can see that there's symbols that depict the cycles of birth, life, death, and regeneration. We are moving into the phase of year that is shifting from things being in vibrant life expression to the energy beginning to return to the earth, which is where that manifestation energy comes in. Now we're coming into a phase of life where we're shifting from life in full expression into sort of like a releasing, surrendering energy, which does compel us inward a little bit, but being in this receptive state of being is the magical element that brings things into manifestation. When the Wheel of Fortune comes up, it always indicates positive, radiant, successful, expansive energies. Be open to guidance from spirit this week around where you have opportunity to implement change as you are turning some of these other messages that have come through today into mindfulness practices to optimize your sacred space. Okay, guys, much love, blessings to you. Stay tuned. There's more videos right around the corner, and I will see you in the next one.